This little part right here is the reason why the entire door handle doesn't even work on that car. Alrighty. Today we're going to be fixing the door on the Scion TC. This model specifically from 2006. Now, you can see that no matter how hard I pull on that, it does not open, locked or unlocked. As you can see, this side just opens right on up. So this is how I've been having to open up the door for a while now. Now, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure of the reasons of why this car is not working, this door, but that actually sounds very wrong. The inside handle works just fine. Let's go see if it makes that noise on the other side. I've never heard that. Okay, no, so there's a piece down there that is for sure just wiggling and jiggling. I believe it's just 2 screws to take this door off. Let's get our tiny screwdriver, pliers, and something to pry with. Perfect. All right, well anyway, we have our tiny screwdrivers, our Leatherman, our screwdriver, and our pry tool. Now, you might be asking what the pry tool's for. So we actually have to stick it in here. So you're just gonna stick your pry tool in up here, gently push, and the rest of it pops off. Now you can see the person who did this before me did not know how to paint. So that's that. But yeah. So that's one screw out. Next one is actually right in here. We're just gonna, yes. Nope. This is where the little itty bitty screwdrivers come in. Nice little set I got from my grandfather. Alrighty. You just push it in, push out. There's a little tab that you just gotta get just right. There we go. It is now open. And back where we were, now you can see we just have some screws that are just right in here. I believe there's one down there in that deep crevice. We're gonna take our screwdriver, flip it, and start unscrewing. Now, I don't know what is gonna fall out of this door when I'm done taking these screws out, but I hope that whatever it is, we can diagnose this problem, because I am really getting tired of opening and closing the door from the inside. Because sometimes a brother wants to put groceries on the passenger seat or something, or you know, wants to open the door for his girlfriend, but no. He's gotta go from the inside. As you can see, they're just, wow, I actually don't know where this is, but they're just some tiny screws. You can just use a Phillips head screwdriver for it. This one back here, you gotta like hit it just right. Like just, like this. Like hold on. Right here. Yes. Yep. And this angle is required. You must be in this position in order to take that screw out. Now I do have child lock on the windows because obviously they won't go down now, but the window only goes down about halfway. Sometimes it goes down all the way, sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it'll go down and then it'll stop about halfway. And now here's the scary part. You gotta like kind of rip the door panel off. I probably could get a pry tool, but you just kind of gotta get your fingers down in there and just yep, there we go. There's one side, other side wanna come out? Oh, wait. Very important. I forgot I haven't taken this door off in a while. You gotta, this over here you gotta take off. I do forget how it comes off though. Oh. Yeah, I think that was right. I don't really know. It made a nasty cracking sound. I don't know, now it comes off, so I'm not really too worried. Yes. Now the thing that I couldn't get last time I took this door off were these clips in here to release the window mechanism. I don't know if you can see them, but they are a pain and they do not come out easily. Well, there's one. Ugh. Oh, I got it. Put that up against this filing cabinet that no one uses. Check. Alrighty. Let's get down in here. See what's going on. You can tell someone has previously worked on this by the way that the plastic has been ripped off of the door. We can see. And we can indeed see that when we pull this lever, we have a loosey-goosey is this thing. And it's got to go up in here. And that explains why the window wouldn't go down. What is that? Styrofoam. Yeah, and our speakers that are held in with the hopes and dreams. It's 2 carpenter screws. I think someone did speakers on this car because they are not held in correctly. Now we're gonna shut it like yes. See, there it goes. I have literally zero idea of what we could use to hold it in. I don't know how these door locks go together. Looks like there used to be a part. It's plugged into this black piece of plastic so that it can get the outside door handle. Uh-oh. Maybe we should use super glue, just like copious amounts of Gorilla Glue. Let's see what we got in the old toolbox over here. In case you guys were wondering why I sped it up, it's just because I didn't know what I was looking for, and when I was editing the video, I realized that it was incredibly boring to watch, but it sounds funny when it's sped up, so yeah. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna get some glue, maybe. All right, so let's just take a time out here. Please don't use Gorilla Glue. I didn't know what I was talking about. It is not a good idea. You'll probably break your door handle. I'm glad that I realized that it was just a $2 part down the road, so yeah, but please don't use Gorilla Glue, Super Glue, or nothing like that in your door, because it probably won't end well, and you'll probably just be spending more money on replacing a broken door handle. So yeah, I don't know why I was talking about using Gorilla Glue so much. It's not a good idea. So yeah, you can tell this had issues before because this is just ripped off, which I'm not complaining about. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do some research. Okay, so after doing 5 seconds of research, I realized that we have a red clip in here that is indeed broken. Did you hear it break? It literally just fell out. Alright, so in this clip, I sped it up because I did a really bad job of explaining it. But I'm just basically trying to explain the door handle mechanism with the rod that goes into the hole, and that little red piece that I showed you earlier clips into the hole, and that's what actually holds the rod in. In this clip, I was just kind of rambling on about how it needs to clip in. I didn't know how to explain it right, and I just kept rambling on, so I figured I'd speed it up for you guys. So you're not missing much, don't you worry. Let's put you back in there, speaker. Yep. I mean, the speakers are good, but I don't know if that's right. All right, so what I'm trying to say is this. So we have this part right here. That part goes into that hole right there. Now, every time you use the door from the outside, the inside mechanism rotates down. So if we were to put Gorilla Glue or Super Glue in there, it wouldn't allow that to rotate. I think this part right here broke, but I don't know for sure. I want to take that red part off because it is literally doing nothing to hold this rod in, which I believe is why we're having so much issues with this door. Yeah. As you can see, this tiny little piece is responsible for all of the pain and suffering that I have had to endure for the last few months. You can see the clips have sheared off, so the rod has no way of holding itself in the door handle. We just got done work with the door on this 2006 Scion TC that I have right behind me. And we have concluded that this little part right here is the reason why the entire door handle doesn't even work on that car. This little part right here. So we have the old part here, as you know. We have the new part that is attached to the invoice.
Rip that off. You'll unbox it?
Never mind.
$2 X-Acto knife from Walmart. Works well. Now we have the new part. This is the new part.
Focus. Focus. Okay, well, it's not gonna focus.
But you can tell the old from the new. We're gonna go put it in the door of the car, and we're gonna put it all back together and make it work smoothly again. So let's get into that. Yes, I'm putting duct tape on the door. I wanted to try to at least weather seal it a little bit because the previous owner removed the weather sealing, which is the reason for that plastic being there. And we are good to go. Okay, so in the end, we changed out the broken piece, which is good. Now the door works perfect. Project done successfully. Now that marks the first YouTube video and the first project on this car I've ever done by myself. I know it wasn't hard, but I mean, I feel proud of myself. And knowing that in the future I could have more projects with this car is very exciting to me. I am ecstatic to finally be working on cars. It feels so good. It feels better than doing my actual job. So I can't wait. I can't wait to bring you guys along with me. So stick around for the journey. And this is me working on my 2006 Scion TC. So yeah, first project out of the way. All because of this little guy.